Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on something you probably haven't seen yet. This is another one of my projects. These are dual carbs off a 1979 XS650 Yamaha, a little twin cylinder bike. I'm very familiar with Honda carburetors and kind of how they're laid out and where all the jets are and all the passages you need to be cleaned. The Yamaha ones were a little unique to me. So this is the B38s from the 79. CV carbs, so vacuum slides. You know, no big deal. I'll buy the carb kits. There's a website called Mike's XS, which just handles XS Yamaha motorcycle parts. This bike was given to me by a friend of mine who had it sitting in his backyard for many years. So the carburetors definitely needed to be cleaned. So here's the inside of the carb. What's unique about these carburetors, which I'm not used to, the main jet and the pilot jet are both in the bowl. You take the nut off the bottom to get the main jet out, and the pilot jet's right there. So yeah, that's where they are. I put in the new ones from the kit. I kept the old ones. It's a 135 main and a 27.5 pilot. I got them both to clean. I'm gonna try the new ones and see. Yeah, I'm gonna try the new ones and see how they work. Sometimes making sure the old ones are clean and putting them back in is a better idea. This kit also comes with the plungers and springs for the chokes. Also comes with 2 new screws for the throttle butterflies. Be very careful when you get those screws out. They strip very easily and they're torqued in there quite tight. One of them stripped out on me, so I very, very carefully was able to, successfully I might add, not always, drill right down through the screw with a vacuum cleaner, pulling all the filings away, and drilled right through the middle of the screw and was able to use an extractor to get it out. That was a task. I am very happy that went well. Replace the needle and seat, also comes with the kit. So we'll see how that goes. So as always, I'll keep the old needles, the old seat. I'll keep the old enrichment screws, the plungers, everything. Put it all in a bag, put it in a box, mark it. You never know when you're gonna need them. These ones weren't in that bad a shape, but I decided to put the new ones in and see how they work. Oh, I just noticed I didn't clean those floats very well. I'm gonna clean that off a little bit better. So yeah, the biggest issue I had was this emulsion tube right here. Mine was packed. It was completely packed. All the little nozzles were totally plugged up. If you pull this emulsion tube off very carefully, you don't want to crush it, you don't want to deform it. When you pull it off to clean it, there is a tiny O-ring that goes around that when it fits in the body. That does not come in the kit. I didn't know that. So I went online to find that little, I think it's a 3mm by 1mm O-ring. Well, that O-ring in American dollars was $9.99 each. So 20 bucks for the O-ring and $50 shipping on average, no matter where I could find it. Get that into Canada and convert that into Canadian dollars. That's really expensive for 2 tiny O-rings. So I went out on a limb and went on to our trusty Amazon and got an O-ring kit. This O-ring kit will probably last me most of my life. But the O-rings I was interested in, they do have in this kit, I'll put the link down below, they have a 3x1mm and a 4x1mm. The 4x1mm seems to be the spec that that I could find off the web. And it worked perfect. So the 4x1mm rolls over onto the emulsion tube perfectly, and it tapped in place perfect. So $9.99 shipping free to my door in 2 days. So again, hard to beat Amazon sometimes. I'll get these back together and we'll shoot some video getting that bike running.